This Terrance Gangsta William, aka OG Giggity. I just did a dope interview with Reallyfe Street Star. If y'all want to check it out, y'all gotta subscribe right now, and y'all gonna be the first one, the first hand. Y'all can get this right now, hot off the press. Don't wait, man, because then people gonna tell you about it, so it ain't gonna be no more fun. Get that thing now, man. Holla at your boy. Wah!
Real life. If that shit ain't real life,
it ain't real life. Just ain't real. Reallyfe Street Starz. You know what time it is.
Reallyfe Street Starz. Start clapping right now. Start clapping. Yeah, you're in here with a motherfucking gangster, man. Terrance Gangsta Williams. What it is, brother?
Oh, man, thank y'all for having me.
Hey, man.
Man, goddamn it, a day after Christmas or a day or two after Christmas. You know, I'm just curious for the fans of Gangsta Women at Home. Did you ever have like Christmases growing up, like toys and presents given to you?
Yeah, but when I broke out of juvenile jail in '91, and I didn't get a Christmas gift from my mother, that's when I knew Christmas was over with.
Oh, you held it against her?
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn.
I was looking forward to that, but then I was still a teenager.
Yeah,
you know?
Mama could have changed your outlook on life.
Yeah, she did. So that's why I was like, okay, it's over.
Oh, man. Oh, we need a ghost of Christmas past to come back and show this man an image. Right, it's like a Scrooge movie.
It's over with.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back day after Christmas, man. Do you celebrate the holidays? Do you?
No.
Okay, why not? Why not even like now?
Because I'm Muslim and we don't do none of that. I don't do none of that. But I don't stop nobody else from doing what they do. I eat their food.
Bah humbug.
Because in prison, we didn't celebrate it, but we had to go to chow, we had to go eat.
Okay, so
I let my mother know, y'all do what y'all do. Let me see.
Okay. That makes sense.
Just for somebody who's a Christian who doesn't understand that, what is the reason why Muslims don't celebrate the holiday?
The reason why we don't, because we know those pagan holidays. That's was something that the people over in those other countries come up with. But and I'm happy we brought this up because I made a mistake the last time I was here when I was speaking, when I said that it was okay for a Muslim.
The marriages.
Right, the Muslim man to marry a Christian woman, but the Muslim woman shouldn't marry a Christian man because the woman follows the man.
Yeah,
I need to correct that.
Okay, thank you.
It's all. If you look in the Bible, you will see that a lot of that stuff been made up. And people just take it around. Because we all know that Jesus alayhi salam, that's not his birthday, December 25th. Yeah. We know that. And then you got to think, if it's his birthday, then why we got to give presents to everybody else?
Come on, you're asking the right questions.
But, I don't want to be the one to bear bad news because you got the little children who still like Christmas, who still looking for Santa. So don't get there. Because, lately, every time I voice my opinion on something, people jump on me, man. I've been getting beat up left and right, man.
Yeah.
So,
I got a question, just a spiritual question. What do you believe happens when you die?
I believe that we're going to be stationed in a place waiting for Allah to come to us to confront us about our sins. The sins that we committed while we was on this earth.
That's a deep conversation, man. I would go deep into it, but that'll go a whole nother place. So I'm just.
Whenever y'all ready for it, I'll sit down and talk.
Okay.
I don't know a lot. I know the pinch, but
I mean, again, you coming from a place that from what you feel. But when you say you don't celebrate holidays, at least there's like Valentine's Day get a go.
None of that, because let me tell you something.
Damn, not even your girl might be like, I want to.
No.
Shit. All right.
She get Valentine's every day.
Okay.
Like Mother's Day. When I was in the Nation of Islam, I learned that it was a lady. I used to know her name and everything that started the Mother's Day thing. But we have to wait for a certain day in the year to celebrate our mothers. The lady who carried us for 9 months, some people's mothers carried them less, some maybe a few weeks, a few days longer. But I think every day is Mother's Day. But I understand people want to celebrate it on that day, but I don't get caught up in all them days. So and I'm happy my family don't press me on that.
So, the Julian calendar, New Year's it's a new year. Do you at least celebrate New Year's Day? God, not even New Year's?
Man, nothing, man.
Oh, shit.
I hardly watch TV.
Okay.
I got all them apps, but now I have to watch it now because I got my app on Roku now, or is it Roku or Roku? But I got my app up there.
Right. Yeah, talk about that. You got a Roku app.
Right.
What is it on there? What's on there?
All my videos that I do on YouTube. I'm gonna have rap videos on there. I'm gonna have some real life street style stuff on there.
Yeah, got to. Yeah.
I got movies on there. I'm gonna put a lot of stuff on there. It's a TV channel.
Okay.
Whoever have Roku in their house, they download Terrance Gangsta Williams Network. Gonna have that little black and gold, what you call that thing? The thumbnail. Whatever.
Yeah, the thumbnail. Yeah, yeah.
And you click it, and then all the videos I've done. You're gonna see a few movies that I uploaded. It's about to go down.
Big Roku. All right, we're gonna go all the way through there because I know there's documentaries planned, things like that. And I would say it's a New Year's resolution, but hell, you don't celebrate New Year's, so.
No, I'm not gonna stop you from celebrating.
Okay, all right. Well, December 31st. Hey, here we go.
Okay, then.
So, hey, we got you in the building. We got to, we definitely want to talk about some things. We want to go all the way through there, as we always do. And
Let's get it. Let's
you
get
in good
it.
spirits? You in good spirits since the last
Of course, man. Listen, when the law blessed me to get out of prison, what I learned being out here, this is nothing out here.
Okay.
I've been through the worst in prison.
Okay.
All this internet stuff, let's get it.
Let's get it.
They just helping me out doing that. Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Now we woke up this morning. To a picture. I seen it on Vlad TV.
Shout out to Vlad. He looked out for me.
Yeah, hey, I seen it on Vlad where, in the way he titles it, he says Terrance Birdman's brother, Terrance Gangsta Williams, seen sitting in picture with some OGs or something of that nature. And I'm like, okay, I'm looking at the picture, I'm trying to see it, and then there you go, boom, right there. So I want to do a dissection of this photo because I want to know where you was at, when that was, what the vibe was, because the picture tells a whole story in itself, but most folks won't get the story. So I want you to paint the picture of what this picture, who it was, like who was in that picture. And there was a girl in the back walking off. I'm trying, where's the female? Okay, there's a female in the back walking away. Paint the story of this picture of, and how did it come out to the world?
Do you regret the picture?
Oh, yeah, we're going to get there.
I want to answer that first.
Let's talk.
For everybody who want to know about regrets, I don't regret nothing I've done in life. Nothing. Because what I've done in life has helped me become the man I am today. Now let's get to it. The picture. That picture was, I think, in 1994. Either 94 or 96, because the person who's sitting on my lap is Sterling, one of the original Hot Boys. Back then, we didn't, like, in this new generation, everything is homophobia. It's like, oh, this gay, but it's okay for someone to wear some tight pants and have their butt showing, sagging with the tight pants. That ain't gay, though. You know what I'm saying? So, but...
No, it's funny because when you paint that picture, I can see in a room of like 100 black men or something, and one person does that, it's like, oh yeah, that's something. But if more than half the room is doing it, oh, it's acceptable.
Yeah, it's cool.
We'll
it's cool when they do it, but it's a problem when I do it.
Goddamn.
But no, but actually, how the picture come out, I had like a few months ago, I had posted a picture, and then when Queen Fran was like, if I was you, I'd take that picture down because that picture gonna go viral. And she said, right now you got a lot going on right now, so you don't need it now. I was like, because I'm just learning social media. I was like, all right, well, take it down. So a guy that I'm cool with, he has a YouTube channel called Truth Be Told. He hit me on Instagram. He was like, I noticed a while back you posted this picture, so would it be all right if I repost it now? So at this time, things kind of calming down. So I was like, yeah, go ahead.
The fact that he asked you, that's...
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He asked me, can he post it? And I already knew when I posted the first time, the reaction I got, people like, whoa, what's going on? So it's like, man, OG Gig, what's wrong? So I had a feeling that this was, let me tell you what disappointed me a little bit. With all this mayhem going on, that Reallyfe street stars took this long to contact me.
Okay.
Because I was thinking that I was going to right away, because, but y'all still did it in a timely fashion.
Yeah.
However,
yeah. You would think right when you would think, wake up, oh shit, call.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, but the guy, good guy, man, Truth Be Told, he had reached out to me, asked me, can he post it? And I was like, fine, because like I say, back then, we didn't see nothing wrong, that we were sure of ourselves. And for everybody who want to know this, and even for the LGBT community, no, I'm not part of you guys. I do not, and we have not, me, OG Sterling, or he's deceased now. Everybody in that picture is deceased except for me and the guy that's standing up on the right side. We did not indulge in homosexual activity. I do not indulge in homosexual activity right now, so don't come playing with me. So y'all can crack your joke, have y'all fun. I'm laughing with y'all with that. But as far as that, it's 4 things on this earth I'm scared of. That's God, AIDS, crack, and penis. So do not come around me thinking, because you see an old 30-something-year-old picture or two, whatever it is, that I'm about to indulge. It's not gonna happen. That's haram. So yeah, but like I said, we used to have fun back then. It's plenty of other pictures that's floating around with my homies in clubs doing this. But in this new generation, you have to be careful what you do. But I'm not part of the new generation.
So explain back then. It was because y'all was gangsters, but was it just some shit that y'all did that everybody understood?
We in the club, we having fun. Like, man, come on, watch out, come on, let me get it. And this was never like a second thought, like, oh man, I'm gay, they fag, because everybody in the club knew who we were, and people around knew who we were. Like, prime example, if you look at the comments, you're not gonna see no old heads from New Orleans, and you're not gonna see majority of people from New Orleans comment on that picture because they see that every day in our city. It's just around the world. But like I said, I appreciate it because, only thing that keep resonating in my mind is when Birdman told me you're gonna get 5 minutes of fame, and then nobody else ain't gonna hear your story. Oh. I got an hour.
No, listen.
Man, I've been right.
Hey, when you could talk, man. But I'm curious. What was that club? What was the name of it? What was the vibe?
I want to say, I think that was Mr. B's, because we used to go to Mr. B's that was not too far from the Magnolia Project.
I think it looked like Mr. B. I think they might have said Mr. B's in the back or something like that.
Oh, see, man, listen, we used to go to so many, but I've never in my life drank alcohol. I never smoked weed. I never done any kind of hard drugs or anything. So I should be able to remember that. So I want to say it was Mr. B's. I don't think it was downtown in Club Rumors. But it had to be Mr. B's that was uptown. Well,
like you said, we used to, that Brotherhood, wasn't nobody gonna test us, and we just having fun, and it just is what it was.
Listen,
you think y'all was just too gangster for y'all own good to not see? It's like, nah, this might be.
Like now, listen, let me tell you something. Now, when I look at the picture now,
you like, I was out of line.
No, listen, not that part. Let me tell you the part where I was like, I say a lot of people right when he sat on my lap with my hand on his thigh. I say, whoa. I said,
your legs was kind of twisted to the side. Like, I'm telling you, if it was a paid-in-full movie, it would have been like, what?
Yo.
But we talk about, like, what is deemed homosexuality and things of that nature. But I feel like when a man is your brother, and y'all have a brotherhood and y'all have a relationship, like for instance, I've had homeboys, we be riding in the car together. We was probably 4 or 5 deep. A nigga fall asleep on your shoulder. You don't be like, hey, get the fuck off. You let your brother sleep on your shoulder because that's your brother. And that's how I seen pictures, you sitting on his lap, right?
No, he's sitting on my lap.
He's sitting on my lap. So it's like, that's your brother. That's somebody who you had a kinship with. Mm-hmm. So it would be like letting your brother sit on your lap. You wouldn't tell your brother get up.
But let me say this here. Now, I can see if he was sitting in the middle of my lap.
Yeah.
But he was on the edge. But, like I say, I am inclined to have some understanding for this new generation. Like, a lot of people have grown to like me.
Right.
Because I'm one, if not the only one of the only ones that started a YouTube channel, in May, and have 70,000 subscribers. It's hard to get that many subscribers that fast.
Right.
So I understand the new generation. It's like, man, we respect you, we got love for you, OG Giggity, and we see this. What's up with you? You on the download? Woo. No, y'all. I do not mess around.
But these would be the same young niggas. You get in the room with them. You get in the room with them niggas and they be like, yeah, this my bitch right here, man. Yeah, I love this bitch. And we just all old niggas, because I be like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of, it's like you trade one odd behavior for another.
Yeah, well, like I say, in today's time, the new generation is running things. So sometimes if you really want to be a part of the social media or be a part of this stuff, you got to kind of bend to their rules. But, since I've been home, I've been breaking the rules.
Talk to him.
Because see, this is the thing, like I tell people, I run by myself. If you don't see me with Queen Friends, I'm going to be by myself. So I don't buy friendship, it's too expensive. Actually, thank everybody, because I had the shirt made and I had the T.O. wrong. I had to put 2 O's on there.
Oh, damn, they saw. Oh, they be on you.
Yeah, they be on me.
They be watching.
Yeah, you got to take so I went and got my shirt fixed. But I don't buy friendship, it's too expensive. So I don't care what people say about me, but I do care if I can get away with that. Meaning, like, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and then when people say it, I just have to deal with the consequences, because I'm not a rapper. I'm not a celebrity, so nobody can blackmail me for nothing. I run my own YouTube channel. I have my own Cap and Cap podcast where Queen France and I share it together. I got my non-profit organization. I'm the boss of everything. So I don't have to answer to no one.
So we never talked to you about this on this platform. But I want to talk about it now because, it raises the question. So when you see a picture like that go around, let the people have their fun. Hey, come, hey, you weren't going to see me about it back then. But then it comes back to mind to where I think you spoke on other platforms to where when they speak about Birdman and Lil Wayne and they say, hey, they used to be a thing they do, where they might come in for a peck, a kiss or whatever, and that's just something that they do. If you look at the totality of it, when you see like, hey man, we gangsters, we having fun. You look at situations like Birdman and Lil Wayne, like, hey man, there's nothing funny in that. That's just, that's love from a father to a son type. Do you understand why people is coming at that situation from this day and age? Do you at least understand what they're seeing and say, hey, wait a minute?
Yes, of course. That's why, I explained to you, and I tell everybody else, and I'm gonna say this again. When you're dealing with the social media, you have to develop bulletproof emotions because you're gonna get so much disrespect. You're gonna have so many people come at you. Like I had a lot of people been hitting me up and, what's up with this? Man, tell me that's a, what you call that thing when they
Photoshop.
Photoshop.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, that's the real picture because I'm the one that put the picture out there first, and then when my buddy, truth be told, hit me in the DM, he said, man, it would be all right. Yeah, go ahead. Because I had a feeling that this was gonna do what it was gonna do because a lot of people been, like even Birdman or his little crew, they all stalking me. So whenever I do something, they're gonna report it. Oh, Birdman, he said this. Or he said that, you know what I'm saying?
Get it back to me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I know something like, you know what, this gonna go. Because like I explained to people, had I come home, right, and Birdman would welcome me with open arms. So now you got a story, okay, you got the original high boy from the streets, somebody who helps start Cash Money, who came up with the high boy, blah, blah, blah. Then it's end of the story. It's over with.
I feel that.
But now when me and Birdman divided, because everybody don't like Rich Gang or Birdman. So I got a lot of supporters that like me. You know what I'm saying? They got love for me. So now my story must continue. Them 5 minutes came, gone, and now I'm back. Right. Now I got to think what I'm going to do next. That's the only thing.
I mean, you say you got, I know you say you got more pictures like that made, but just, that was enough. That was enough.
No, I don't have no pictures.
Oh, shit, okay.
No, that's the only people we, but I'm saying there's other pictures of my homies in clubs like that. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I learned. People are gonna look over that. It's because of who I am, the name I've made on social media. You gotta keep in mind, Charleston White and myself had the social media in the haylock for months. And none of us, I don't consider myself a celebrity. But for me to come home, and Allah blessed me with the understanding and to learn, to dissect this social media stuff. So that's how, I've been able to weave through traffic. But I've been enjoying this, but at the end of the day, man, I know how to, because the majority of my supporters are youngsters. And they want to know, OG, what's up? You know what I'm saying? We steppers, we out here, but I always let them know at every video I give a positive message. So I denounce the streets. I'm not into that.
There you go.
But.
Now I got to ask, you mentioned Birdman. He recently made a video saying that, for what he did in this music game, it ain't been none against the people that came before him or after him, but he said it cannot be done. The amount of money he's made, the amount of careers he broke, just his level of ingenuity in this game. He said he ain't seen nothing like it. He won't see nothing like it. It can't be duplicated. When you hear him say something in that space, what are your thoughts as far as with your brother, basically doing what he did for Cash Money, Young Money, and beyond, basically?
Oh, without a doubt, they made history, him and Slim. That's a fact. I kind of disagree with saying that it can't be done again because you never know what could be done. If you did it, someone else could come back and do this. Follow the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? Anything could be done, Just like I had told a guy, I said, I was part of building Cash Money legacy. So if you think I can't be a part of the brain, helping build that, you think I can't build another one? But now, I got to tilt my hat to them because they didn't have some of the top, I'm talking about hits at the hits, some of the biggest artists that come out on their label. So I understand he got his bragging rights, just like how him and I used to go at it with the stunting on the street. It wasn't until I went to prison that he was like, you came out. I was like, yeah, you right. He said, you give it to him. I said, yeah, you got it. You know what I'm saying? He shot past me, I can't mess with him. But we'll see. Like I say, if one thing we know about the social media, you all, and including me when I say you all, because my ears are the closest, we keep recordings. So when Birdman made the statement, this is not gonna happen again, it could be 20, 30 years from now, somebody gonna come and say, Birdman, remember you said this here? Now look at this here. But man, it's a lot of work that need to be done if you wanna try to duplicate that. That's some big shoes to fill, but you got people that's up for the task. I know I am.
So how did you feel when those BG circulating that he was out? It was obviously a fake article, but for a while it looked like BG was walking out of prison and they had a video. Did you ever get to see that?
Yeah, I already see. This the thing. I'm not in the huddle, the Cash Money huddle, right? But you gotta understand, this is my family. So I'm gonna get the phone call. And when I looked at the video, there's none of these people was BG family members. And then another thing people got to pay attention to, I'm going to give y'all some game. Boosie love BG. T.I. love BG. Birdman love BG. You ain't see not one of them posts, BG home, welcome home.
Right.
So right there should let the people know, but I know a lot of people was excited, and it looked like for a second like, boy, and once you see the film, like, man, ain't no BG. But I already knew it wasn't because of the fan, and like I said, I don't know the exact date when he come on, but I know the month when he get out.
So when is BG supposed to come home?
I don't want to disclose that because he haven't come out to the world with it, but
right.
I will say this.
Is it soon?
Yeah, it's gonna be at the top of the year, y'all.
Oh shit. When he gets out, will you reconnect with him and chop it up with him?
No, because I know he's with Habizo, who's my op right now. That's the word the youngster uses.
Goddamn.
Birdman, who's my op right now, but that's still, I love him, he's still my brother. But he's gonna be on that, that's what he with, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta respect it because I look at things like this. Had it been me and the role was reversed and that's BG in the situation with me, I wouldn't want to talk to him at all. You know what I'm saying? Because this is something that I stood on and I couldn't stand. Man, listen, I used to hate a rat. I couldn't stand a rat. I could hate him with a passion, So I don't get upset with people when people say certain stuff or don't want to be bothered with me. That's fine. I'm old anyway. I don't want to need no friends. I don't even go to clubs. You know what I'm saying? If I want to look at certain stuff, I go on Instagram. It's so much entertainment on Instagram. If I want a good laugh, I'm going to YouTube, Charleston White. So I could be, now and they're gonna really be in trouble once I learn how to work my TV, because it got all them apps on it. Once I learn how to do that, oh man, they ain't gonna never see me then.
I guess what's really disappointing about that, right, is whatever you stood for back then and you got out, like, we're all fucking grown, right? Mm-hmm. Like, as a grown man worried about what another man did to attain his freedom, I just feel like we done got to the point to where we're really like this kind of kid shit. Like, whatever I did to get because we all know you niggas really ain't in the streets like that. We are, it's getting proven day by day at this point. Rappers really ain't in the streets. And if you are in the streets and you rapping, you just dumb as fuck. So, like you say, and I don't know nothing about BG, Birdman, but from what it looked like when he went in, him and Birdman wasn't on no good terms anyway, because he was with T.I. on Grand Hustle.
That's true, but money, the money talks. See, this what you gotta look at. Birdman raised BG. That they fell out, they wasn't on good terms. However, you know how they say if you can't beat them, join them. Right. So it's like Birdman up, Rich Gang. He got one of the hottest rappers in the game right now in NBA Youngboy. So it's like,
Youngboy's on. He is on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So that's what. Yeah.
He's out of Cash Money, 65 feet.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So that's why I'm trying to get me a Rich Gang chain. Them boys. You did. So they over there, But no, seriously. But he looking at like from a business standpoint. I got to go over here, to get right. I've been down all this long time. He up in age too, but if he go get with them the young rappers over there, because he already can rap, he already got the streets, so he gonna be able to fit right in with them young boys. And to answer your question about the stupidity, how they feel, like I spoke earlier, this is a young generation now. It's about politics. If you notice, there's a lot of rappers, and I'm gonna say this because Cash Money, there was some of the first labels, not the first label, but one of the first labels to grab hood dudes to start touring with them. So you got these real street dudes hanging with these rappers, and then these rappers get into role and forget once the camera's cut off that, hey, all right, now chill out. So that's how you get in a lot of these cases. But you know, with Cash Money, they gotta protect the brand. You know, like I explained to them when I first come home, nobody's bigger than the brand. You know, so you know, do what you do. You know, like I said, like if I came home in my early 30s or middle 30s, you know, where I still, you know what I'm saying, where I could wear my little tight fitted clothes, it'd be different, but I ain't.
And then, you know, we also been talking about, because we see a lot of individuals getting in trouble by the niggas that they hung around. Why is it just not, we don't invest in proper security? Why is it at this point, because we look at the situation with Takeoff, and you're an innocent bystander and you're just killed by somebody in the entourage. And, you know, not everybody look crazy. Though we got a whole city looking crazy because you done killed somebody who was basically one of the Beatles. No, he was not no security guard. He's a DJ. I believe. He should have let security.
But, now let me say this. See, in that situation, even security wouldn't have been able to stop, so now security might be able to return fire. But you know, once it go down, it's going down. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just speaking from when I was in the streets. But I would say this. A lot of these guys want to be in this big circle that they have with this industry. And when somebody come to your city, now the thing is, when they come in, like when somebody come in this, say if we got a little dice game going in here, somebody should be at the door to pat people down, man. You can't come in with your gun, leave your gun in your car, or have one of your shooters to stand by the door, stand out here, but don't bring that weapon in here, because now you're putting everybody, even myself, in jeopardy, you know? But a lot of guys don't think, the only thing they think is, man, we got money, we about to have fun, and you don't know what's gonna happen. You know, a lot of guys coming to be ticked off, that girl that made them mad, or you know, the money ain't right, and now they come in here with their feelings on their shoulders, and they take it out on whoever in that vicinity.
Have you ever been in a dice game that went bad?
No, I always robbed the dice game. I never gambled.
How much have you made off robbing a dice game?
Man, you know what? Let me tell you this here. I just did a story on that. When I was broke out of juvenile jail, we went in this little bar to rob the dice game, and there's this police named Shorty. I don't know what Shorty at, but anyway, when we was back there sticking these guys up, one of my guys, he's deceased now too, named Seven Dice. We call him Seven Dice. He come in there, man, you know, police Shorty, and so now we got to stop the robbery. People grabbing their money now, so now my big homie that's with me, he got to play dice now, and we lost all of the money. We got their money back, and we lost a few dollars, but we had to get up out of there. But, yeah.
In the middle of the robbery? We got to start shooting for real?
Yeah, man.
That's wild.
It's happened when I was a juvenile. It was a club called Newton's on 7th and Dry in New Orleans. But I would call dice game back. I was young back then. You might catch a dice game anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000. You know, I didn't catch no big, you know, major leagues, how they shoot dice now. Because a lot of stuff they're doing now they didn't do back then.
Yeah, what's some of the stuff they didn't do back then that they do now?
Well, for one, wear them old tight clothes. They didn't do that. Man purses, that wasn't in style. A lot of this men arguing back and forth. I'm not used to that. The thing is that if we got beef, once, you know, somebody say once you pass the first lick, now it's on. Yeah. How they be on it? Oh, pull up over here, or yeah, do this when I catch you. Man, yo, bro, go ahead on, pull up with the Drake or the F&N, whatever you're gonna do, and work, you know? But I'm not encouraging nobody to do that now. Because they'll be, OG Giggity said we could do this. No. Well, he asked me what we didn't do back then. I would say this. We didn't have structure or a lot of politics like they have today. Now, I think that had we had a, like as far as the politics where you could call certain people to sit down and talk. Back then we was like, you know, once it's on, it's on. Like, we ain't nobody trying to hit nothing. We about to paint the city red. We about to have them on the news, and we about to be the talk of the town. You know, like now when something happens, somebody make a call quick, yo, give a boy's chain back, man, do that for me. All right, OG, I got you. Back then, we took somebody's chain, somebody called, you gonna get invited to your private party, then hang up. Yeah, for real, I done took this man's chain, I'm about to give you nothing back. You know what I'm saying? Because even if I give it back, he might hit me. So it's just a lot of new stuff that I be peeping out that I'm on the sideline, so I get to see everything. It's like when you playing chess. Everybody on the sideline see the best moves.
Right. Nah, for real.
You see what I'm saying? That's why I want to play chess. I like to play Monopoly.
Man, have you ever seen, because I was just thinking, man, these niggas be at the dice game with so much jewelry on and so much money in their pocket. Like, that would be the lick of the century now.
Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I was like, man, I'm not in that life no more. I say, man, but if I need a quick come up, man, because see, a lot of them get so comfortable and relaxed, right? And then this is what I look at too. Some of them, not all of them, some of them that bring them shooters with them shooters be scary. They really just want to show you, I'm with it, dog, I'm down. But they really don't be no shooters.
Oh yeah, no, without question.
You know what I'm saying? So I be like, boy, that's a quick come up, you know, but.
Now, it's crazy, right? Because there was a story T.I. posted where he said basically he snitched on his dead cousin to get out of jail. But you don't see the internet killing him like they've been killing you. Do you feel some type of way about that?
No, first of all, I was the one that broke that story.
Oh damn, okay.
Someone sent it to me and man, listen, bro, I get so much stuff in my DM about people.
Sure now.
Bro, so when they sent it to me, right, a dude was like, yo, post this, I want to see if Boosie gonna have the same energy with T.I. as he had with you. So I checked it out, right? I said, and I'm like, wow. So I held it for a few, I said, nah, I ain't gonna do tip that because I don't have a problem with him. But then I was like, this social media, you gotta have content, you gotta, you know. So I was just like, y'all, what's the difference? What y'all, you know, think? Boom, I posted. And man, when I seen Say Cheese, the brother AK, King Yellow, when I seen them, shout out to King Yellow.
Shout out King Yellow.
When I seen them talking about it and they posted and had my picture on there, I said, Mama, I done did it again. Because now, because I got myself 5 minutes of fame. And now, when you got these big platforms that got millions of subscribers with my picture and talking about my story, now you're gonna have these people like, well, who is this guy? Let me go see what's up with him. So now people gonna come to my page, check out my little life story, the little videos I be doing, and you know, it just worked out fine.
So T.I. said his cousin told him in a dream that he came to him and said, hey man, you got it. Did you have any people come to you in a dream?
Nah, because I was wide awoke and I already I already knew what it was. Listen, man, I should be in that cell. You know that Trick Daddy said, locked up, praying for this, making plan for this. I just be sitting in that cell thinking like, see what I should do? Like the Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him, what he says, think 3 times before you speak. So I should be like, I know if I do this here, he gonna be mad, he gonna be mad, he gonna be mad. So I already had a feeling that a lot of people was gonna be upset with me because a lot of people in my city looked up to me and respect me, like even in Angola. So, but then I was like, man, you getting old, you're not going back to the streets, you're not trying to be a stepper, you know you can't go back to the hood and take over because them the young boys, they not having that. Because I was young at one time, so, and I knew how I'd come up like, all you old heads, watch out. So in a way, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to come on and do that. But to answer your question, I'm not upset or feel a certain type of way because T.I. is a celebrity. He's a celebrity that has done a lot. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm just like a person that got on YouTube. God blessed me to be able to get a nice following. And a lot of people just gravitated to my story. And it's like when you the people's champ, they look for something to take you down. So I enjoy it.
So I'm curious, for T.I. to have told the story and, you know, for you to break that story, for it to have some similarities to your story, do you feel like there's a lot more stories like that going around where people are out or avoided trouble or avoided doing time based on giving up someone who's not here? Like, hey, I know we dead now, but yeah, he's your Huckleberry.
It's plenty of stories like that. Plenty, man, listen. This what I've learned about that too. Like,
are police cool with those? Like, are police cool like waiting for someone to pass and then everyone, hey, yo, let me tell you something about, you know.
See, because you gotta keep in mind this here. You got, when you got a homicide, right? Somebody have a case, you got the homicide detective. But when it goes so long, now it's a cold case. So you have detectives that are stationed to that cold case. They're appointed to that. It's your job to go still try to solve this case. Yeah. So you got the detectives that are on the active cases, you got the detectives that are on the cold cases. Yeah. So that's still going on. Then you got families that still be wanting answers. Like, who killed my child?
Right.
You know,
right.
so yeah, but I don't wish, the thing is this here. People know T.I. as a celebrity in the industry.
Yeah.
People have known me to come to be this internet social media guy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That shook the social media for a few months. Yeah. So I don't try to compare myself with T.I. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm nowhere on his level, you know? Yeah. But we have we share a similar situation. But I don't want people to try to say, well, this, and this, because, you know, Boosie not gonna speak out on that because Tip is a multi-millionaire.
I saw something, and I just want to get your take on this because it was just kind of odd to me. So recently, one of Boosie's cousins stole something from him, right? Mm-hmm. And he got on every platform he had and said, hey, look, y'all, my cousin stole from me. He stole this from me. Here go the footage. Now, if y'all see my cousin, he ain't with me. I have nothing to do with him. Y'all do whatever y'all want to, because my cousin, he's a thief and he stole from me. What is the goddamn difference from telling the whole world versus telling the police? I mean, I thought street business was just street business and shit that happened to you just happened to you and you just handle it.
Let me tell you something, bro. I seen that, right? But certain stuff, like once I have a situation with certain artists or whatever, sometimes I be like, okay, that didn't ran its course, so I don't really, because I was like, really, you telling on this man because you put the footage out, so, you know, you got a thing where somebody get arrested, you could be like, nah, I want to press charge, but then the state could pick up the case. Right. Then you got a situation like when you get arrested by the Fed will take whatever you did and enhance you for it and say, okay, we have evidence, Your Honor, that he was involved in this crime, and this crime. And with him posting that footage, you telling, but ain't nobody gonna say nothing about it because it was something minor. Right. You know what I'm saying? And people love Boosie because he like to run and rave, and when people bored, they go check out what Boosie got going on.
Yeah. Now, and I love Boosie too, we all do. But the thing is, it's like, where does it's just so much hypocrisy in it, right? Huh. I guess that's just where I be lost at because like you said, like the last time you said you was here, if it was some situation, he said, when I was in the streets, I was the law. He's like, when I'm not in the streets no more, then I let the law handle that. But when and everybody portrays to still be in the street. Like that's how they move and that's how they handle their business. So it's just weird that everybody letting everybody know their business and what's going on and what's happening to them.
You know, that's another thing, because he had proclaimed when he was going through it, man, I'm a stepper, I'm a violator, I'm this, and this. But you go into social media and what's going on in your household. So I be like, I just learned, I say, man, you know what? A lot of these guys just internet gangsters now. So dudes took what they was in the street now to the internet.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
because I find myself sometimes like, I got a homeboy down my way. He got like an Instagram page. He just hate me. Right? They got a page called We Hate Rats.
Damn.
and majority of his video, he get up in the morning, dedicate his name. I'm gonna give him an alley hoop. His name B-roll. He in a wheelchair.
Okay, B-roll in the wheelchair. We hate rats.
He called himself Pastor.
Pastor. Okay.
Oh, he goes off on me. Gangsta, you B-word, you snitch, you neutral rat. He go off on me, right?
God.
I say, you know what? It's something about me that I intrigue this guy because he wake up just about every day to talk about gangster. And I be like, I know his father's got a good time, man. We tired of hearing about gangster, but the way he talk and do it, he just will have you laughing, you know. So sometimes I entertain him. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go because what I learned about the internet, like a lot of real life street star fans, y'all have y'all fans. So now what happens is, if I come on, so some of your fans might be like, you know what? This guy pretty cool. Let me go see what he got going on. So now some of your fans gonna come and see what I got because I'm not stepping on your toes because we all monetize, so we're gonna get paid regardless. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So with my little homeboys, I was like, you know what? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show them, okay, listen, I'm gonna go back and forth with y'all sometime when I feel like it, but I'm gonna show y'all how to get y'all some money too. So when y'all get this money, you know what y'all gonna say? Yeah, gangster, you rap, but I got you paid.
I see,
you follow my blueprint.
you have a history to where if you go on someone's page and say, see, I got your address, I'm gonna do you something dirty. I'm gonna feel a different way when it comes from Gangsta. I'm like, sometimes we internet thugs, but when you got work that you could put in and say, oh nah, hey man, hey man, like you have a different voice. I feel when it comes to going back and forth and saying, listen, it could go there if you really wanted to go there.
See, but this is the thing. Now people know. There's a lot of people with fake pages. That's number one. So they be coming at me.
Number one.
And I be laughing about that, right? But the thing is, people know I don't never want to go back to prison. So if you don't harm my immediate family, then you ain't gonna have. Listen, sometimes I go back and forth, trade videos all day with you, if it makes sense. If people gonna log on and look at what I'm saying and look at what you're saying, then yeah, I trade this with you. But I'm not going to the streets because if somebody called me the B word or the F word or you coward, you snitch, you rat, man, I'm not going back to the street because I always say this, bro.
Wait, so there's nothing that could trigger you?
Nothing but my family.
Okay.
If you kill moms, I'm going to tear the whole city up.
Okay.
Maybe the state, but that's just what it is. But my children, yeah, but my girl, maybe I might go out there for her, depends. If I ain't mad with her at the time. If I ain't ticked off with her at the time. But nah, for real though, but I'm not going back to the street. So a lot of people like, man, they're gonna get you, go back to the street. No, man, I just did 23 years and 10 months in prison. I don't wanna go back to prison. It's too much beautiful women out here. So man, when I go in Walmart, man, I be like, wow.
So let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Gunna.
Oh.
Did Gunna fold? Do you consider that ratting?
Listen.
Snitching? I mean, where does it lie?
I try to defend Gunna, right?
Okay, let's go.
I try to help Gunna out.
All right, let's go.
Even when Boosie first came out, when Gunna first played out, when Boosie first came out with it, I was being petty and trying to do a video to combat that. Like, Boosie, you don't know what you're talking about, man. But Gunna, he just need to come on hang with me.
God damn. Come to the comfortable place. Come where you're safe.
Because this the problem, man. Now, I don't think he knew that he was being recorded. I think he might would have had the lawyer to close the court, seal it up,
shut some shit off.
I know this. He can still take the fifth, so he don't really have to get on the stand. But this is the problem. The judge already gonna be biased towards Young Thug when he go to trial because one of your main men has admitted this is this. Right, it's gangsters too, it's this, and this. So now, when your lawyer tries to object, y'all gonna be like, man, get out of here, man, because your man already said this, so it's already in his head. So now, what Young Thug need to try to do is try to put it and get a whole new venue. Just go, I want to move my trial somewhere because I ain't gonna get a fair trial here.
Hey.
So, with that being said, that means Gunna, with what he did, might have fucked up Thug's case, from what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm inclined to say that. But all I'm saying is that Gunna got money, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm the big homie. That's what I'm saying. I'm the big homie for them telltales. So Gunna need to contact me, check in with me, and I'm gonna make sure he good because Gunna. Bro, listen. Let me tell you something. I feel so bad for all jokes aside. I feel so bad for this young man because so many people made videos and just dogged him, man. I was like, wow, they was making raps. Because like when people make video about me, I'd be happy because I'd be like, okay, look at my face, look at me, it's cool with me, you know what I'm saying? But for him, he's a celebrity, man. You got music out and I remember when I first saw him, I didn't know who he was, right? I had asked Queen Francis, well, he was on the radio station in New York, 105.
Yo.
Charlamagne now.
Yeah. Power
Right.
105, yeah.
Who?
Power 105.
Okay, he was over there. And he had his little outfit, he had his jewelry, and I was like, who that is? And they would tell, oh yeah, he with Young Thug, and he did it. I was like, oh, okay. I had just seen him on there, The Breakfast Club. Yeah. That's what it was. So, and I was like, okay, but I don't listen to a lot of them young rappers. Only one little rapper whose song that is that one song that I love to listen to for his male, and they got the female I like too now. But I get the male, that young boy, little baby who got that, talking about the time, we in the loop, and little loop.
Yeah.
That song, that be right. I love that song, right? And that girl, Gorilla.
Yeah.
Her and Carter, I like that two songs. But yeah, I don't really get caught up in a lot of that rap stuff, new raps. But I am starting. Y'all calm down because a lot of people be hitting me up. So don't jump on me, y'all. I'm starting now because I'm putting my record label out, and I'm looking at having a major deal for 2023. Someone promised me this, so if they lied to me, I will be back on Reallyfe Street Star, and I'm gonna add out, I'm gonna blast them. They gave me their word.
Yeah.
They're gonna give me a record deal. So for my label, and I got some nice artists. I don't want to say what the label is right now because I don't want nobody to be taunting my artists and don't give them a chance because you know they got the stain on my name, so I don't want to mess them up right now. But there's some hard artists coming out. So with the right machine, we're gonna do it big, and we all gonna come to the Reallyfe Street Star. Well, I might not show my face. I'm gonna wait till I get the first platinum hit, and then once I get the big money, then I'm gonna be like, nah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I just felt bad for Gunna, man. I don't believe that he knew he was being recorded. And from the footage, how it was from the back, I was like, somebody stole that on that man, you know? But like I say.
How does that happen though? How does court footage like that leak? They letting niggas in there record?
Yeah, family members, people coming in with their cell phones and putting recording. And then, you know, it's all kind of little.
But the footage out.
Yeah,
That's
the footage
crazy.
out now. You know, it's all kind of, but see, you gotta do this. Here's another thing. When you go to court, your lawyer have to follow Moses saying, Your Honor, I don't want this. You gotta keep, that's public records. So the media have a right to come in. Unless your lawyer could try to file a paper saying, hey, Your Honor, this is gonna affect my client, his family, We don't want nobody in, close the courtroom off. See, they need to start paying me for this game because they don't be knowing this stuff, man.
Because you would think if Young Thug was as dangerous as they said this man is, right? Then they wouldn't allow all these people to be coming out and say, this man said this man said this. Like, it's like, how dangerous could he be if everybody is willing to risk their freedom to get off? I mean, not risk their freedom, but risk their life. Because
Okay, you got to think about this here. Think about this. I'm gonna go to one of the toughest in America, John Gotti. Sammy told on him, and no telling who else gave statements on it, right? So that's tough stuff be only for the streets. Once you go to prison, people like, man, we on even turf now. Right. You know what I'm saying? You ain't tough no more, man. Get out of here. The people you was paying or the people your flunkies, they not being taken care of no more. So now they on to the next person they're gonna be a flunky for. So all that tough stuff go out the window. And plus, a lot of these guys, and I talk about Young Thug, y'all now, a lot of these guys not really tough. Just that image and the shooters that be with them be the tough ones. You know what I'm saying? So, and I guess, you know, like I say, but we don't know until Young Thug go to trial if Gunna gonna go sit on that pine box. So we can't really just get a man to rap. Now he didn't got up there and say what he said. We can't take that back.
So he's part of he's part of the Rat All Stars now.
Well, I'm gonna say this here. I'm gonna say this here, Gunna. I'm gonna say this, Gunna. I'm not calling you a snitch. However, I got a seat right here because it ain't looking good for you. You admitted, when you admitted that YSL is not a record label, that it's a gang, and that you was present with Young Thug with these drugs and these shooting, this search stuff. Yeah, man, I try to help him, man. I feel bad for Young man, so he need to send me a few dollars, man, because I got a nice platform. I could try to speak up and try to help him, but man, he done, bro. He done.
Will his rap career survive?
Yeah.
Okay. How many years will Young Thug get?
They gonna try to get him life.
Damn.
If Young Thug don't take you gotta keep in mind this, Young Thug gonna try to take him all the way because he right now it's like, man, I'm hot. People checking for me. I know if I go home right now, I'm through the roof. I just beat up some violent cases. I'm about to rap about this stuff. I'm about to go get me a platinum hit. I'm about to go tour. It's up. You know what I'm saying? So his hands is just tied right now because a lot of people don't want to plead out. Man, I ain't about to take this here. I ain't about to. And then some of that stuff he may be innocent because I know how the government or how the state or whatever, they'll put some stuff together just because you know him and you didn't talk before. Okay, we're gonna tie all this to him. Yeah, we're gonna tie all this to him and we're gonna the jury decide what's what. And then I learned this too. A lot of them guys are lie too. A lot of them guys are lie and say, yeah, Young Thug sent me Young Thug because they want to get their deal. You know what I'm saying? They want their deal to go through. So, and then he might want to take care of a lot of them. So a lot of them might look at it like, man, he won't give me the money. Well, I don't care. You know, so, yeah, man. You know, so I know a female that got to go testify on his behalf soon. So I might have some footage of that. I'm gonna put that on my channel. But Yo,
So what do you feel about the other female who was begging old dude like, don't worry, bro, you got a son to come home to. Like, don't worry about them. I mean, damn, to say what you need to say, get out that motherfucker. Get home to your son. This is one of the lower guys. The lower guys. I don't know who was shooting what, but he was the one that he wasn't the artist.
let me tell you this. I wasn't surprised, but I was kind of shocked because I didn't get that when I first went to the Fed. When I first went to the Fed, I was in my early 20s, and my oldest baby mother, Sherelle, this was her exact words. She said, "You all right?" I said, "Yeah." She said, she used the B word. She said, "B, you better not rap. You better stay silent."
That's what I'm saying back. It used to be the females be like, nah, nigga, like, you stay, nah, that's what it was back then. Like, even the females was silent.
My mother.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me call my second baby mama. This first one ain't talking about shit.
Listen,
I need a motivation from you. You fucked up.
man, yeah.
That nigga like, well, shit.
Well, God.
Is it possible for niggas to rat in the paperwork just never get out?
Of course, I know a lot of them that have done it. I've been in jail with a lot of them. See, this is the thing. In a pen,
What do you got to say?
in prison, a lot of dudes will cooperate, and dudes will do this. They go back to the case man and say, "Listen, it's my partner, man. He's a good dude. Get this paperwork, take my name off it, put his name on here, so you can have some clean paperwork to be on this yard." Or you got some dude that'll tell because they like little peons, or say for instance, let's say how we're in Texas right now, Dallas, right?
Yeah.
Say we're in Beaumont Penitentiary, and you got guys that's from California. It might be only like 2 or 3 guys from California on this yard. So they're not gonna investigate him because they're looking at it like, we need the numbers. We need, homie, you in the pen. Look, if we get into it, you gonna push that knife, you with it, you bout it? All right, well, come on. So a lot of people be getting by, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, there's a lot of funny stuff going on in I ain't gonna say that right now.
Well, we gonna get to them prison stories in a second, but I do gotta ask you, you mentioned something earlier where you mentioned it's not really the...
To finish, you were saying so about the people that are able to snitch and kind of get around it.
Yeah, I had a guy I knew that had came from the pen, and him and I had got real cool, and he was like, man, it was so many homeboys in Atwater that was hot that I used to have to show them how to get their paperwork, or like people had their family go on the computer and fix paperwork. Man, listen, it's hard to tell what's real and what's fake these days. Man, because they got so much fake paperwork floating around. People get paperwork made, had their lawyers get it made. Like I said, I just seen guys go to the back, to the case manager, and get the case manager to take one name off and put his name on it, and he could show that to the guy and come and say, "I'm straight, I'm good."
Yeah, damn. They said make up fake paperwork. You just
Yes.
put a nigga name on it.
Yes.
Now, you were mentioning the artist that has little niggas around them, that those are the niggas that you should be scared of. When I see Boosie, and I see a name like Marlo Mike, and I see like, hey, Boosie, of course, did his time, got out, but a guy like Marlo Mike, who was a younger dude, who is still in jail right now to this day, young dude, influenced, probably, very, accustomed to what Boosie had going on and whatnot, to see him serving his time out and for whatever whatever he's caught up on, what are your thoughts when you see something like that, where the money needs to be protected, but again, I don't know the details of their case, but when you see the younger dude going down for, whatever the fuck going on, what do you say to that? Like when like, all right, we have the guy, but then it's not really the guy we're worried about, it's the guys who got something to prove around him or around them younger dudes that you got to worry about. What are your thoughts when you see a situation like what the dynamic of that?
The reason why I feel bad for the young boy Marlo now, but the reason why I don't really jump to conclusion or really pass a judgment on him because I was a young stepper.
Yeah, did you have a guy under you, or were you the young guy?
I always was the youngest, running with a lot of the older guys, but I always had a voice. I wasn't going on no dummy mission. That's why a lot of people always respect me, because I'm always, oh man, I don't like this. I think this, I've always been a little small, skinny guy, but I've always had a voice. I think that whatever that case may be, and I don't know what Boosie is doing, but I think just because of the young boy gave the state whatever, then took it back, whatever, he's still doing a life sentence, and he did what he did in those streets, that I think that he still should be taken care of. He still should be looked at. And like I said, we don't know what's going on with the situation, but I just feel like a lot of youngsters are misguided, and with me being in the streets, knowing about the streets, been involved with it, I've been shot up, stabbed, car wreck, life sentence, now I'm free. It's my job now to reach out to the at-risk youth. I know I can't save the world, but I can only let them know, hey, you don't want to play this game, man. Because, like I said, I was blessed, man. You know, Cash Money held me down my whole bed.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not upset or bitter, you know, with Birdman, because they was there for me when I really, really needed them, you know. I got a daughter that graduated from Howard University, one graduated from Tulane University.
Oh,
and I was able to pay for
congrats.
college tuition. I didn't pay for the whole thing now, so.
But yeah, still, it
I
went
was able
towards.
to pay a semester, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, they took care of me when I really needed them. Now I don't need you because as long as they print money, I'm gonna get some money.
As long as they print money. I tell you, goddamn it.
That's just a fact, bro. I love money, you know, but I just feel bad for these little young boys. They misguided, you know, and the reason why I don't, you know, some people be like, man, that happened to me. When I came up, nobody didn't get in my ear or push me. I just sat back and was like, I want that. My mother tried, but man, watch out, I'm going here.
Yeah, we ain't going the long route. We going quick.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Quick. Tomorrow I have it.
But this social media now, these little young boys, it's just like, it's like peer pressure. That's what I'm looking for.
That is
right
what
now.
it is. It's peer pressure. I see it in not only my kids, I see it in other kids. I mean, it's just peer pressure. Ooh, I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, that peer pressure, man.
To get you out there.
That's why we got to get some kind of little groups to let them young boys know, stop, don't worry about, first step is don't worry about what the next person going to think about you.
That's the first step. Now, I got to get you to weigh in. Tory Lanez found guilty. Shooting Megan Thee Stallion is the headline. Do you feel sorry for Tory? Are you upset with him? Is vindication? Do you think he did it? Do you like, now that he's guilty? Now that he's guilty, are you like, God damn it, Tory? Like, what are your thoughts when you see that Tory Lanez found guilty for shooting Megan Thee Stallion?
And should he also be added as a snitch for telling the old girl that he was smashing his homie?
Snitching on
Let me ask y'all this question.
Go ahead.
Do we look at Megan Thee Stallion as being a snitch because she had to get on the stand?
So all right. So I look at anybody called to the stand. If you plead the fifth, you did your job.
But I'm saying, is she held, because she's not a stepper, she don't rap about no killer gorilla
She's a
stuff.
civilian in my eyes.
Right, so she's not, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
she's a
saying.
civilian
So
in my eyes.
This is a question I pose because you know, get the internet
in the game.
going. But
Yeah, is she in the game? I don't know. The music is.
When call laws, if they start getting shot at, bro.
well, see, y'all
So we confused
in the
back
comment, right? But now, I don't know. I don't feel bad for Tory Lanez because of this. A lot of these celebrities, a lot of them get out here. First of all, I'm not with violating or disrespecting a female. Period.
Okay, let's start with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I had one bad experience with a female. I'm not gonna say she beat me up, but in middle school I had a fight with a girl and she stood in there with me and I was like, whoa. So I ain't never done that again.
She's with the 1-2 with the 3-4
In the hallway, yeah. So the boys I go with a female, I might have a few choice words. Like I had a bad when I used to cuss them out. Very bad. Now I haven't said a cuss word since 2005. I use the N-word. So I use other words to try to tick them off. But when I see them getting real mad, or when you laugh, this is the thing this how you get your girl. When y'all get in an argument, you just laugh in her face. That's like totally disrespectful. So you'll see what she'll do. If she just real heated, ticked off with you just laugh in her face. I want to. Matter of fact, y'all hit me and tell me what happens.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna try. We're gonna do that challenge.
Yeah, do that challenge.
But wait. Have you ever had to brandish a weapon just to like, hey, you taking me serious right now, or we're gonna have to let this bitch off? Like,
no, because a lot of females were scared to come around me back then. You know what I'm saying? So I never had those problems. I only had one girl that used to stay by my house. She was a little bigger than me. And she used to rip my polo, fight me. Because I have other girls coming to the house. But let's get to Tory Lanez, man, because the girl, I don't want to get nobody in trouble now. I ain't tripping now. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, a lot of the women, you know, they be knowing already. They already be knowing. Don't play with me. Like, I'm happy I've never had a woman to scratch my car, but you know how the women get crazy to do what I had.
you ain't had that shit?
Nah, man, I had some foreign whips, so I'm happy I ain't had those problems. But I always pick my women too. Like, you know, I was like, okay, I could, you know, so I never had those problems with women, you know. I ain't with that drama. But I don't feel bad for Tory Lanez because a lot of guys get in the industry and they get full of that alcohol and everything you want to do when you were sober, it comes out then. So that's that false gangsterness. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying the man guilty because I don't know what happened. Megan Thee Stallion, she stood on for a long time that he did that to her. And I know she's been getting into it. She had password with Drake and a few other people about playing with her about the case. I think that Tory should have went underground, while the case was out. Mm-hmm. But, a lot of people that are in the limelight, they love it, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I be like, whoa, I did that, because Queen Francis always beat my head about this social media stuff. When I left the street, it wasn't social media, I had the beepers. I left my beepers, man, rushing too. So when I see certain stuff and I see certain people posting stuff I've been did or said, I'm like, wow, they are listening. So now I gotta be mindful of this stuff, I gotta be careful what I do, what I say, But I just look at it like, man, hopefully they don't give him a lot of time, bro.
So let's speak on that. First, he spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on lawyers that lost the case. What are your thoughts when you see that he spent that much money on lawyers that lost what looked like could have been a mistrial or something?
A lot of people go get these big dogs. A lot of these people go get these big dogs and be hearing this word about, this lawyer good, this lawyer good. But they don't be realizing, because I heard this out of my lawyer firsthand, that a lot of these attorneys are cool with the DA or the prosecutor.
Right.
They live in the same neighborhood, they go eat together. Because I remember when I forgot about the Fed, Baby done paid my lawyer $20,000. It was a mob boss lawyer too. So I'm like, I got a big dog. So he sent his son, right? I said, man, tell that lady, man, she got me charged as kingpin. I wasn't the boss. He said, well, when I go have dinner with her tonight, I'll tell her. I said, go dinner tonight? I said, he against me. That came out of my lawyer's mouth, so I was like, wow. So then I used to always hear that, okay, we'll give you him and you're gonna owe me one. So when I get a client, I'll be like, hey, let my client walk. They play those kind of games. So, you know what I'm saying? So we don't know, what went on with that situation, but I would say this, a lot of those entertainers, they need to just start paying me to represent them, because I can do better than a lot of them lawyers, because a lot of those lawyers just do the standard procedure. This here, motion here, or this law here, they couldn't do this, they couldn't do that. But it's up to that jury. You got to put on for that jury. Some of them, the lawyers just lay down on you, man. No, I just hope they don't bury him, man, because the man got a nice career going on, but when you do that goofy stuff, you got to pay.
I think where he went wrong, I think he went the rapper route. He should have went the R&B route, and he should have said what really happened. He tried to keep his motherfucking mouth. Because I bet you Usher, Mario, any one of them the singing niggas, they would have got right up there and said exactly what happened. Because if you didn't shoot her, anybody else, but these rappers, they be like, hush, hush. But he should have been an R&B nigga during the trial.
Do you think he just didn't want to take the stand because of perception of taking the stand?
Not that, it's just this, it's this. Yeah, because if you get on that stand, man, they got some sharp DA, man. They will tell you, man, they might ask you one question, and they come ask you something else and tie you up, and now you're looking bad into the jury. So your lawyer gonna advise you, don't get on that stand. Yeah. You could be innocent. You feel like, man, I ain't do that, but nah, don't get on that stand, because, man, you know what I'm saying? You was out there. So now, if you put yourself in that area, in the vicinity of that stuff, now they're gonna have a case on you. So you know what? Chill out.
But the security guard that was in the car that was the most sober one, they opted not to hear his testimony. Tory's team did that.
See, now what happened is, I know in the Fed, you could file ineffective assistance counsel saying, hey, man, it was my key witness. It was the one that could have freed me. Y'all dropped the ball on this one. State, I don't know. It's different. But man, that was just a sad day for both sides, because Megan Thee Stallion, she got her justice. Tory Lanez, I saw how his father with the cutting up. I was like, whoa.
Man,
you know
listen,
what I'm saying? So Pop believed his son innocent, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I don't know, man, what the case may be. Only God, Megan, Tory, and the people that was around know what really happened, you know? But like I said, I just hope they don't bury that man and, give him a lot of time, because he took him to trial. You know, once you take him to trial, you'll be ticked off.
So for what's about to happen, and from your knowledge, again, I know you did Fed time, what does a situation where like artists like Tory Lanez going into the LA County jail system. How was his first 30 days? How do they treat celebrities? How do people come in that has that kind of notoriety, even in the Fed system? Like, how do they get treated in the first 30 days of just being incarcerated?
See, the federal is different from state, because in state, automatic celebrity, they're gonna put them in a hole. They're gonna put them in protected custody in the state. Now, you can sign a paper, or a tough man waiver, get your lawyer. Now, let me out, I don't wanna be in, but they automatically gonna protect you first. Yeah. Fed, they don't care nothing about that. You going straight out there to them wolves, them hyenas, them lion, tigers, and bears. You just gotta hope that wherever you from, it's more y'all there, or if you in the gang, that your homies there, because now they're gonna be looking for you to take care of them anyway. But yeah, the state different for the Fed. They go automatic. State, they gonna put you in protected custody until you say or get your lawyer say, hey man, let the people let me out. Y'all not responsible for me. Fed, automatic, you going out there to the compound. Unless you tell the people, oh, put me in the shoe, man, I can't live here, I'm scared. Because ain't no protected custody in the Fed. Everything you gonna be checking in, you could go to a soft yard, you know, where dropout, rats, and snitch hang out at, but you going, like Big Meeks went straight to the yard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, convertible bird straight to the yard.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Starz, nigga. Move. Hey.